Greetings to all the viewers. The session what we are going to cover here is transform the littered plastic into a glitter for better society. This is the part of Intinta Innovator program where transformation of waste plastic into the beneficial form to the society. That is the theme we will go with. So this is the topic we are covering in the session. This is a part of waste to wealth program. Let's see how can we transform this littered plastic into a glitter for the better society. Plastic is the essential invention of the 19th century, everybody aware, and most of the people are most accompanied, most familiar for this plastic, and we are not able to survive without the usage of plastic because in every aspect we are using plastic, being it is a kind of polymer, so that is the great invention we can say that carried in the year 19th century, sorry, in the 19th century became the intervened part of the livelihood due to the multifaceted applications. Everywhere we can utilize this one, even in the kitchen, even in the furniture, and usage as the water bottles, and in the hospitals like medical equipments made by the plastic materials, sutures made by plastic materials only, and furniture we are using in industrial process, industrial purpose also plastic can be utilized. So in industry you're using, educational stream we are using pens, we are using a kind of a board, chalk, whatever, ink pen. So everywhere the plastic is the part of that kind of material we can say. In the medication we are using, in industrial application we are using, household domestic application also plastic is the kind of essential invention that is the part of 19th century. There is another side to the coin, hassle of the plastic waste disposal. These many applications we are availing. At the same time, we have to think about the another side of the coin, that is the plastic waste disposal. Every day we are consuming, we are buying, we are carrying all these plastic materials. After the usage, just throwing the plastic into the open soil is a kind of big hassle, we can say. Why? Because plastic is not a renewable and plastic is not a biodegradable. It can't be degraded by natural process. How the leaves are falling onto the earth, they will be mixed up with the soil within days. Within days only they get mixed up and they again become the nutrient. That cycle will be proceeded for several times. But when plastic thrown into the open soil, that will be the garbage, the deposited on the soil surface only. Disposal becomes a very great problem, being it is a non-biodegradable material, most of the things. But there is a kind of plastic. We have biodegradable plastic also valuable. That is another aspect of this plastic, that is another advancement of this plastic. But in the common nature we can say plastic waste disposal is the hassle to the society, right? So this problem was taken into the consideration, so that this session is covering with how can we effectively utilize this waste plastic into the wealth to the society. 1 to 2 million tons of the plastic waste are added to the oceans per the annum. This much of large garbage or else waste plastic will be added to the oceans per annum. In the year, only 1 to 2 million tons of the plastic waste will be added over, reducing the environmental balance. Whenever plastic is added, everybody aware about most of the living organisms are resided in the oceans only. Millions of microorganisms to the big whales and another kind of what aquatic species are available, and they are surviving in that very huge water entity, right? Whenever this extent of plastic waste thrown into the open environment, that totally destroy the environmental balance. Plastic pollution impacts the soil, air, water quality as well, from the tallest mountains to the deepest oceans. So wherever we see what happens, the plastic just thrown into open environment, that will litter, that will reduce the quality. Not only the soil, air quality will damage, and even water quality damages. So this kind of contamination carried in the tallest mountains to the deepest oceans as well. That's the reason why we have to look into the plastic waste management. How can we go for this effective management of the plastic waste? Plastics are the class of polymers made with the carbon and hydrogen at its core. So generally carbon hydrogens are important components of these plastic materials. Waste plastic after the usage can be raw material to construct the roads. This is the effective way we can say, because road construction is very essential. The civilization growth is civilization advancement is most faster whenever roads, municipal, that means a sewage management, and what electric system and transportation, if these are in the sufficient manner, then we can say that civilization is advanced. So that road construction is essential everywhere across the globe. Road construction is most essential. But when we are taking these waste plastic for the construction of roads, because road construction requires bountiful of materials and so many raw materials are required, all those were taken from the nature, and their construction, tar will be, asphalt will be used, and also a kind of concrete will be used. So many materials are incorporated over there. But if we are consuming this waste littered plastic as the raw material for the construction of roads, two things, in two ways we will get the benefit. And the one way, the effective management of the plastic waste is possible. In the second way, our requirement fulfilled for the road construction for longer distances, right? So this is the way we can use waste to wealth program in this concern. Generally, road construction material is the tar. It is of high molecular weight. Hydrocarbon is the fraction of petroleum. Petroleum products are extracted from the hydrocarbons only. In that, various segments are present. If we are taking a larger, heavier molecular weight segment of that petroleum, crude petroleum oil, in that, tar is the material we can notice. That tar can be collected and used for the general road constructions, right? Hydrocarbon composition is common criteria. Why we are taking this waste plastic for the construction of roads means, here plastic composed by the carbon and hydrogen, whereas here tar whatever utilized in the road construction is also made by the same composition called hydrocarbon. That is the common criteria in order to replace. We are not going to replace, just we are taking alternative. That is the suitable word I can feel. Alternative for the tar. Plastic, waste plastic will the alternative for the tar. Hence, littered plastic is collected, sanitized in a proper manner, recycled, non-biodegradable. Being it is non-biodegradable, throwing just onto the open surface will create the large garbage. So that used to improve so many pathogens over there, so that will contaminate surrounding environment, including soil, water, air, everything will be polluted. In order to avoid all these kind of adverse impact, we have to go for the proper collection of these plastic, and sanitization is required over there, and recycling of that material in the effective manner is the most important thing. Further, required additives. So just plastic is not suitable for the road construction alone. That's the reason why additives are required. Some binding agents, other it's a quality enhancing materials to be added over there. Required additives were added in quantitative calculations. Whatever constructing material, raw material we are procuring, we are preparing, the entire material will be prepared in the requisite composition. Plastic roads resembles in the asphalt rolls in composition and efficient in the waste decomposition, highly durable and proven for the implementation. Already the process was tested, and durability is also under the examination, and it is proven for the implementation. It is most suitable for the implementation for the construction of roads by using waste plastic. That's the reason why the topic whatever we are discussing is most environmentally impactful session, we can say. See, this is the road constructed by the plastic waste, littered plastic just made into a road. So raw material consumption was totally minimized. So it is the kind of environmental beneficial factor. And this is also the kind of engineering technology where recycled plastic roads were constructed over there. So, and in this, while constructing the roads, their proper sanitation, proper sewage treatment is also carried. Nowadays, the roads are totally blocked by means of heavy rains and etc. In order to avoid all these, they are using engineering technologies here in order to avoid the water blockage on the roads, so that recycled plastic can be placed in the effective manner for the construction of roads, along with the water management as well. And here is another plastic road which is made by this plastic waste. And this is a road constructed by, this road is made from the waste plastic, which is powered by www.macrobird.com. So this road purely constructed by the plastic waste only. So it is already proven plastic usage, sorry, waste plastic usage is proven for the construction of lengthy roads, right? Discard is now distinguished raw material for the societal advancement. This is a quotation is best adapted for the topic whatever we choose, and discard is nothing but waste plastic whatever we are consuming here. Now it is becoming distinguishable raw material. It is a starting material for this construction of long lengthy roads, and it is of societal advancement. Obviously, whenever road constructions are improved, what happens? Quality living will be enhanced. Societal advancement is the obvious thing over there. Roadmap for the road construction with the litter of the society, that is the plastic waste. We are going to plan in such a way, preparing the roadmap for the construction of roads by means of the litter of the society. Everybody are utilizing the plastic materials in the various manner. Whatever the usage completed, that is becoming a litter, that is a garbage only. That garbage is becoming a roadmap for the construction of roads here. That is the topic which was chosen. And this is the entire roadmap we are going to see here, how this plastic waste will be converted into the constructed roads. First of all, we have to collect the wastage of the plastic from various sources wherever it is available. Generally, municipal solid waste from that household industrial waste we can collect. Hospital medical waste also we can collect. In various fields, plastic waste get collected over. Shredding of plastic. Shredding is nothing but making into a small pieces ranging of 2 mm to 4.5 mm size. That extent of a small size of plastic pieces were made, and that will be aggregated. Here the symbol was indicated to add, so that hard stone aggregates were added. Here some pebbles, some stones were added over this shredded plastic, and we have to boil at the temperature of 170 degrees centigrade. That is the optimal temperature in order to melt the plastic and mix up with these stones, so that blends of plastic and stones were created. Plastic coated aggregate will be generated. Now the thing we have to do is some additives are required, no, so that the whatever plastic coated aggregate is there, that should be blended with the hot bitumen. Hot bitumen was taken. Bitumen is the kind of coal material only, that is also made up of carbon, and it should be melted at the temperature of 160 degrees centigrade, and that bitumen is of the purity 70 to 80 degrees. 70 to 80% purity containing bitumen carbon was taken, will be blended with the plastic coated aggregate. Whenever these blends were taken, further we need to made into a clinker type of balls. These blends were plastic and bitumen were made into a small clinkers. Clinkers are nothing but ball type of materials were made. Later on, these were the raw material for the construction of roads. We have to spread at the temperature of 150 degrees centigrade. Ultimately, road will be constructed by means of this plastic. So plastic road was made over after the completion of the entire session. This is a kind of rough road map in order to construct the roads by means of the wastage of the plastic. Now we will consider the world context of the plastic waste management. How concerned this United Nations concern for this effective management of the plastic. Everywhere there is a great hassle regarding the management of the plastic waste. That's the reason why there is a certain kind of regulations which are which are given by the United Nations. This is about the world scenario regarding the plastic waste management. Global Waste Management Outlook 2024 was provided in response to the resolution 2/7 from the second session of UNEP EA to RES 7 of the United Nations Environment Assembly, that is called United Nations Environment Assembly UNEA, and reaffirmed in Resolution 4/7 from its fourth session, that is UNEP EA 4 RES 7. The Global Waste Management Outlook offers an updated assessment of the global waste management and analysis of data concerning municipal solid waste management worldwide. There is a great concern and consideration regarding how effectively plastic waste management is required, that is provided by the United Nations. And according to that, we need to act now in order to avoid the worst scenario. The report provides the guidance and suggested actions for the multinational development banks, national governments, municipalities, producers and retailers, the waste management sectors, as well as citizens. All are the required professionals in order to work upon this plastic waste management. So this is given by the United Nations organization. Now we entered into Indian context for the plastic waste management. How effectively plastic waste management concern is there in India. India has been building roads using plastic waste for many years. Initially, if we look into the history of this plastic waste management, the year 2006, Dr. Rajagopalan Vasudevan, known as the Plastic Man of India, patented a method for constructing roads by using plastic. The Indian government began using plastic waste in road construction in the year 2016. The seeding idea, the inception of the plastic waste roads was started in the year 2006 by the eminent personality called Dr. Rajagopalan Vasudevan, and further it was taken into the high-end application in the year 2016. 2/6/2022, National Highway Authority of India has issued policy guidelines, policy circular number 1324/2022 dated 2nd June 2022, which mandate waste plastic for making 5% of the road length in the project. It is mandated. There is a compulsory condition, at least 5% of the plastic waste must be blended in the construction of the roads. That was given by this circular in the year 2022. Initiative by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways of Indian government, based on the outcome of the laboratory investigations conducted by the different research groups in the different countries, including India. Ministry decided to utilize the plastic waste in the construction of roads. Making the roads out of the plastic waste was mentioned over here. Ministry of Road Transport and Highways through the Indian Road Congress published the guidelines for the usage of waste plastic and a hot bitumen mixes and wearing courses in the year 2013. 2013 itself, the kind of blending was taken into the consideration, and whatever optimal mixing is required, that was taken into consideration in the year 2013 by the Indian Road Congress, which was published the guidelines in order to construct the roads by blending these plastic waste materials. And he was the eminent personality from the India, Dr. Rajagopalan Vasudevan. He is known as the Plastic Man of India, who seeded the idea for the construction of roads by means of the plastic waste in the year 2006. This road was made by the waste plastic because of his idea in the year 2006 in India. All across the world, the process is already going on, and United Nations also have the guidelines over there, particular guidelines provided in the regard of the waste plastic management. But in India, it was taken by the scientist Dr. Rajagopalan Vasudevan. Thank you for listening the session. Hopefully, this is very informative, and the session was conducted by Dr. Kavita Kottireddy Kota. Thanks a lot for the patient listening.